Hello and welcome to English Buzzing. Today, once again, I have some students with me and they want to share something with me. So let us see what they want to share with me. Let us listen to them. So first, I have three students today and your name?
Well, I am Lubna.
Lumna, as I think that it's your second video that you are here with me.
Yes.
Is it? And tell me, how are you doing nowadays and how are you getting on with your studies and what about your language and what are the improvements and all that about your English?
So I'm getting good. I'm studying well, and if I just begin to talk about my English,
Okay.
so previously I have mentioned how was my position. Now I will repeat it again. So from the beginning, when I was a new student of this institute, I had no information about English at all. I was quite shy, hesitant, and coy at all. I used to make many astronomical and
Astronomical
grammatical mistakes
mistakes while
and
speaking
speaking.
English.
Yeah,
Okay, and today?
and I don't make as many mistakes as many I did, and
Means in past you used to make
make
a lot
many
more mistakes,
mistakes.
but
Yeah,
nowadays
I don't make.
such mistakes are not seen now in your English. Means
Yes.
you feel confident while talking. Can you talk to anyone or not? You don't think so. You can speak to anyone in English or not? You don't think so.
Yes, I can speak with anyone in English.
In English.
Yes.
That's it. It means that day by day and day after day, you gain confidence, and there
Yes.
is a lot more confidence in you, and there is a lot of change
Yes, there
in
is a
your
lot of
English.
change.
Is it?
Yes.
And sometimes you see that we get stuck while speaking, and I know it very well that sometimes my students they make mistakes, but I correct their mistakes at the same time, but I don't let them feel demoralized, and I encourage them so that they can speak better. And do you think that there are mistakes subtle or not? You don't think so?
No, firstly, it's not our own language.
Yeah,
So
it's not. We are not native
yeah,
speakers
it's
of
our
this language. It is a second language, okay?
Yeah, see, we will make mistakes. As mistakes, our best friend, we learn from our mistakes. So, see, we are speaking Kashmiri from our birth, so still we make mistakes. As we are learning English, so we should make mistakes. As mistakes, our best friend, and if I make mistake, see, I will come to know that I made any
Yeah, I made a
mistakes.
mistake, so
I
I can
will
correct it.
learn. I will
Yeah.
learn much more. See, as here we make conversation, maybe I will make any mistakes, and there is a one boy, a girl, he will correct my mistake,
Okay.
or she will correct my mistakes. As
So you simply mean to say that English is not our mother tongue. Kashmiri is our mother tongue, but still we commit mistakes while
yeah.
speaking Kashmiri. So if we commit mistakes while speaking English, that's not a big issue. We can
Yes.
correct our mistakes.
Mistakes.
You mean to say like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I welcome you. And I encourage this statement. Why? Because you see, it is not our mother tongue, so we can have mistakes. But don't worry, you keep speaking. Don't worry what people will say.
Yes.
If you begin to think about people, what they will say, then you may not progress. And
Yes.
you may not move forwards. Forget about that. Just concentrate on your learning and stay focused and speak as much as you can. Don't
Yes.
worry about your mistakes.
Yes.
And now, for example, you have been here almost, I think, you spent here 2.5 months now so far.
Yes.
And how, I mean, say that these months passed. And do you think that you learned a lot out of these months or not? You don't think so?
Yes, if I just begin to talk about now how much I learned, so there is no words to explain how much I learned now.
Okay.
See, in these 2.5 months, I learned many words, phrases, how to speak,
How to talk, how to
yes,
be in
how
a,
to make conversation perfectly,
yeah,
yes.
how to be in group discussions and all
Yeah,
that. So these things you learned.
yeah, I learned.
I believe that you will continue
Yeah, I will.
so that you can achieve the level of your English means a great level. So you have to continue here, don't discontinue.
Yes.
Okay. And now previously you talked about Korean, that you also speak Korean and you want to learn many other languages as well. And you improved Korean also or not? You don't think
Yeah,
so?
I'm just learning, but I didn't improve yet because I'm with English now. So I have to learn English first. When I learn English properly, then I will start it again.
Okay. Now it is good to be, if you want to be a multilingual, so there isn't an issue because the more languages you learn, the more confident you can feel.
Yes.
Is it? And what about your practice as you make conversations here? And I don't know whether you make conversations at home or not. I don't know anything about that. I'm very much outlandish to all that. So, would you please tell me something about that? Whether you make conversations at home as well, or you don't make conversations at home? And if you make conversations, with whom you make conversations there at home?
As I have mentioned previously that I made conversation with my father, and as my sister is also student here, so I made conversation with her too. And mirror conversation. Previously I have mentioned that I practice with mirror to myself. Sometimes I just think in English. I think if we think in English, so we can learn English properly.
Yeah, so we should, for example, if we come across anything, so we should think in English that what we call that in English.
Yes.
For example, if there's an object I have come across, I should first think in English that what we call that. For example, if I have come across a fan, so I should say that fan. Is it? Then I will come to know about its functions as well. Is it?
Yes.
So that is a nice way for learning.
Yes.
There is another thing that you might have some friends as well. So,
Yes.
isn't it possible that you can make conversations with your friends or not?
Yes,
No.
I can make, but they are not from my home. They are from another village, so I can't visit their home. I can't make conversation with them. But in a mobile phone, while we are chatting, we just speak in English.
That's nice, and I wish you great luck. I think that there is a lot more alchemy in your English nowadays.
Yes.
I wish you all luck ahead. Okay,
Thank you. You too.
so we have another girl here. Your name?
My name is Falak Zahra.
Falak.
Yes,
So, what does Falak mean?
It means sky.
Sky.
Yes, sir.
Means you are sky. Inshallah, I wish you go sky high. You are a student of Oxford as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell us about your English. That how was your English? How is your English? And how will be your English?
Okay, when I was a new student of this institute, I had no information about English language at all.
In the beginning, when you
Yes,
were
sir.
new student,
Yes,
you
sir.
had no information about English
I
at
was
all.
not
And
able
today,
to. Today I am able to speak English to some extent.
means there is a lot of change now.
Yes, sir.
And when you were a new student here at Oxford, you did make a lot of mistakes
Yes,
while
sir.
speaking or not?
Yes, sir. I was making many mistakes while speaking.
And now?
I'm not making as many mistakes as many I did make previously.
Okay, so nowadays you don't make as many
No, sir.
mistakes as many you used to make while
Yes, sir.
speaking.
Yes, sir.
Or you a bit confident now, or you don't think so?
Yes, I'm a bit confident
You
now.
are
Yes,
a
sir.
bit confident.
Yes, sir.
By God's grace, you will be more confident in upcoming days,
you.
is it? But you keep learning, don't hesitate, don't
Practice.
shy away, but practice a lot.
lot.
And by the way, you practice, you make conversations
Yes,
or
sir.
not?
Yes, I am making conversation with my father at home.
But here at Oxford, we have also
Yes, sir.
conversational classes, and we have conversational days on Fridays and Saturdays.
Saturdays.
We mostly make conversations. So when you sit in group, how do you feel at the time?
I feel confident and comfortable and good.
You feel good.
Yes, sir.
And is there any time that you hold a group or not? You don't hold.
Yes, sir. There is a time.
That you hold a
Oh,
group.
yes,
How
sir.
do you feel at the time?
I feel very good and comfortable.
Comfortable
Always.
with that.
Sir.
But sometimes there are some senior students. Aren't
sir.
you afraid of the senior students
No,
or not?
sir.
No, you aren't.
No, sir.
Are you sure about?
Yes, sir.
And when you make conversation with me, and do you
Yes,
feel
sir.
comfortable or not? You don't feel comfortable.
Yes, sir. I feel comfortable. with
You feel?
Yes, sir.
That's great. And tell me about your studies. How are you getting on with your studies?
My studies are good.
Going good.
Yes, sir.
So you study well.
Yes, sir.
That's nice. And one more thing is that we need to make more and more conversations to stay confident. So what's your idea about making more and more conversations?
So we should make a mirror conversation, or we should
Make
do
self conversation
yes,
as
sir.
well. For example, if I am alone, so I can speak to myself.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it.
Yes, sir.
And do you make self conversation, mirror
Yes, sir.
conversation?
Sometimes I'm making.
Sometimes, but
Yes,
I
sir.
think you should make regularly, you
Yes,
should
sir.
make constantly,
So
so
I will
that you
make.
can overcome fear, you can become bold, you can become confident all the
Yes,
way.
sir.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what about making videos? So do you like to be a part of it or not? You don't want to
Yes,
be.
sir. I like to make videos
Why?
because it boosts our confidence.
Confidence.
Yes,
So
sir.
means it boosts our confidence.
Confidence.
So that's why you want.
Yes, sir.
And do you feel shy, hesitant, nervous, or something like that?
No, sir.
You don't
No,
feel.
sir.
But in the beginning, we feel it
Yes,
is
sir.
human nature that we feel
We
when we are new to any job. So in the beginning, initially we feel like that.
Gosh,
But
shy.
when we get incorporated with this, is
Yes,
it?
sir.
So after that, and when we are familiar, getting familiar day by day,
Yes,
so we
sir.
don't feel
Feel.
nervousness. We don't shy away or we don't
Gosh.
hesitate anymore. Is it?
Yes, sir.
And are you okay right now?
Yes, sir. I'm okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how will be your English in future now?
Inshallah, it will be good.
It will be good.
Yes, sir.
So you will be a fluent speaker of
And
English.
yes, sir.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, sir.
I wish you a great luck. God bless
sir.
you. So we have another student. Okay, your name?
Sir, my name is Hashim Ali.
Hashim.
Yes.
Hashim, as you see that you have been also a student of
Yes, sir.
business student for some months. And if we ask you about the same that
Yes,
how
sir.
was your English, how is your English, and how will be your English? So
sir.
how do you like to answer?
So, if I begin to talk about my English, when I was a new student of, I had no information about English.
Means in the beginning
Yes,
you had
sir.
no information.
I used to make grave and serious mistakes as well, and so I
Now-
was quite shy and hesitant. But nowadays, I have more information about English, and
Okay.
I don't make as many mistakes as many I had make previously, sir.
As many you used to make
previously,
previously.
sir.
Means
Yes, sir.
you don't make now as many
No, sir.
mistakes.
No, sir.
Do you know that, for example, if you are speaking to me,
Yes, sir.
when you speak to anyone, or you speak to me, or you speak in a group with other
Yes,
group
sir.
members, at the time, do you understand where you commit mistakes or not? You don't.
So I understand I commit mistakes and I practice in my home.
Okay.
So, and I make mirror conversation in my home.
Don't you try to correct your
Yes, sir.
mistakes?
I
or
try
not?
to correct my mistakes.
But
So-
you don't worry about
So I don't worry about mistakes because
we learn.
mistakes, we learn from mistakes, and mistakes are part of our success.
Yeah.
And we learn from it.
Part of our learning
Language.
as well.
Yes, sir.
And as the girl,
The girl said.
mentioned it is that,
Yes, sir.
and though it's not our mother tongue, we commit mistakes.
sir.
Even we commit mistakes in Kashmiri,
Kashmiri, yes, sir.
though it's our mother tongue.
Yes,
and
sir.
okay, because we learn from mistakes,
Yes,
so
sir.
don't worry about mistakes. So it means that there's a lot of alchemy in your language, there's a lot of transformation
Yes,
in
sir.
your language, and there's a lot of transmogrification in your English
English
nowadays.
language, yes, sir.
How will be your English if I begin talking about
So,
future?
if I begin talk about my future, I hope my English will be super duper conference.
And you'll be a super duper confident speaker. Are you sure?
Yes, sir. Providing that I practice daily. So because
Means you have to practice daily,
Yes,
so
sir.
then you can
Sir,
be a confident
it's,
speaker.
for practicing, it's not for language. For doing any job, for example, there's a
For anything.
for a firefighter man. He first he do practice, then he become an expert in it.
He does practice first,
Yes,
and
sir.
then he can become an
expert.
Yeah.
Same
So-
is case with English. When we practice daily, we can become a super duper conference speaker. For example, when we make mirror conversation, when we read books, boost our
and we make
vocabulary.
group discussions
Yes, sir.
and all that.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Okay, being a student.
Yes, sir.
Do you have certain responsibilities?
Yes, sir, I have certain
So
responsibilities.
do you know about your responsibilities? What
Yes,
are
sir.
your responsibilities?
So, being a student, my responsibilities is that respect to elders, respect to teachers,
Yeah, that's,
and being disciplined and work hard. So, and my primary duty is that I have to learn with curiosity, learn with sincerity, learn with
sincerity,
dedication,
honesty,
learn with
dedication, devotion,
Yes, sir.
love, and all that.
Yes, sir.
Means you know about your duties, you know about your
Yes, sir.
responsibilities.
I know, sir.
If you are a student, so you must know all about these things.
Yes,
What
sir.
are your duties?
Yes, sir.
Is it your duties? Your duties towards your teachers, your parents, elders.
Yes, sir.
Is it? So it's very important
sir.
for that. Now, right now, do you think that you feel quite confident? You don't feel diffident now, but before this, you used to feel diffident.
Yes,
Now you don't feel diffident. You feel confident all the way, or you think that no, still I have to learn more, or not?
So still I have to learn more. I'm not, I can say that I'm not fluent. I'm better speaker. So when I was a new,
Student, okay.
I was quite shy and hesitant as well. So
But
nowadays
today,
I am not as hesitant and shy
as
I
much you
was.
were.
Yes,
Okay, so it means that the change is over.
Awesome. Yes,
It
sir.
is all manifest that what you were and what you are
Oh,
today
yes, sir.
means you are confident now.
Yes, sir. I am confident.
And now, how will be your English? Are you sure about that? It will be more
So it
better.
will be more better.
So you have to
Yes, sir.
work harder for
Work
that,
hard.
and you have to practice more and more.
Yes.
I think that you all, I mean, say that trio, you enjoyed this piece of conversation with me.
Yes.
Hope to see you again in the next video. Okay.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. See you again. Thank you.